Today we'll be taking a look at one of our newest modules added to our Quadra web-based estimating solution for service contract quoting. Users can log into our web-based solution, and upon login can now have a new option to create a service contract. Users can either select from their existing customers that they have already in Key2Act or add new prospect customers through Quadra. After filling out the description, the contract start date and end date, and any other relevant information to this quote, users can then select to add new equipment based off of its type, and the associated task list will appear. You can also choose from existing equipment that may have already been added to that customer's location. Once created, those tasks will now appear in our task grid, and you can either choose to group by similar tasks for multiple pieces of equipment, or perform one of many operations. In real time, you can see the overall yearly contract amount, as well as highlight tasks or months and choose the overall frequency of those tasks to tweak it and customize it for the specific contract, and see again how that affects the overall contract price in real time. If you're not selecting individual tasks, you can simply draw and select individual months or scheduled times and choose to replace that with a different skill level, or just fill in a block that you have highlighted. In addition to changing frequency and skill level, you can also choose to add factors for maybe months of the year where snow or weather conditions may apply, or other safety conditions, or what other confinements that may be required. If those specific tasks on this contract, which are normally the default, are not required, you can also choose to not include them. Managing the task lists or individual tasks on a piece of equipment is easily done through the Managing Tasks. Once completed with the frequency and skill level changes, users can then choose to add filters, belts, any of your standard non-stock material or stock material, additional equipment or labor hours, and attach those to pieces of equipment in those tasks. Based off of that task's frequency, it'll know how many of those pieces of material are required based off of how many times that task will be performed. Finally, the guaranteed maintenance options are available to add for those full coverage contracts. You can select individual pieces of equipment or all pieces of equipment, add your gross margins, do any other further adjustments, whether it be sales commissions, or just review the overall total contract amount. Review those pieces of equipment that are on this contract. And then finally, through our quote generator, generate a quote from a template to provide to the customer for sign-off and approval. In a matter of seconds, full coverage contracts can be created. Finally, the last step is to turn this quote from a quote, go through your approval process, approve it, and have it auto-generate that new customer, new location, new equipment, and service contract in Key2Act. That contract can now be looked up where it's created, as well as the customer, and all those linking details and all of the financial costs, as well as the final contract amount, as you can see, has been generated. Whether it's the new pieces of equipment, their task lists and individual tasks that you can see here are added, as well as those selected pieces of equipment versus all the existing ones that that customer may have had. For any additional questions, please email tross@earthcorp.com.